Hello, everybody. We're here for round 2 of our modern Merfolk stream. Remember to find our podcast because that's kind of what this is an extension of. We're on iHeartRadio, Spotify, here on YouTube. We're also on the Apple and Google Play podcast app stores, and you can also find us on Spreaker, which is our hosting site, and you can also get our RSS feed code to plug it in wherever you listen to your podcast. So we're going to go ahead and jump into game. All right, here we are for game 2 of our modern Mono Blue Merfolk League. We lost the die roll. Oh, look at bottle gnomes. Reinforcements or refreshments. Great flavor text. All right, this is an unkeepable hand. Pretty much any way you slice it. I mean, this would be great, if we had anything going for us. But with all these blue pips and only a colorless source, we cannot handle it. So we're going to mulligan. All right, let's keep it. It's a land with an Aether Vial. Let's go ahead and put Merfolk Trickster on the bottom just to maybe draw into a second land. I mean, this is fine. Like, we're okay with what we have, but we don't need a third Merfolk Trickster. Copperline Gorge. Shriek Horn. Is this move charge counter, target player mills 2? Is this KCI? I hope not. I hate KCI so much. It's really bad. Phantasmal Image. Not terrible. Especially if we can get some lords going. He's making us... Oh, he's milling himself. Oh, Stinkweed Imp. And Gemstone Mine. Interesting. Milling himself. Life from the Loam. Okay, so this is Dredge. Okay. Well, we need to Creeping Chill. Alright, well. And there's a prized amalgam and a cathartic reunion in the yard. This is Dredge. There's Conflagrate. Alright, well, we definitely need lands now, but at least we can copy the prized amalgam. Alright, perfect. We'll just Trickster something, anything. Milling themselves. You got a Faithless Looting and a Stomping Ground out of it. Narcomoeba. Pitching a Narcomoeba, a Stinkweed Imp, and a Wooded Foothills. Makes you wonder how, yeah, well. So he's going to get a prized amalgam. Like, if we can get a... What did he do? Why did his graveyard... Oh, he's dredging back Life from the Loam. Okay. Oh, he cast Life from the Loam. Okay. He got himself a basic mountain. Prized amalgam comes out. All right. So we're going to take up our Aether Vial. Yes, we would like to go to 2. Alright, an island is fine as well. So what we can do is we can lord. And then Phantasmal Image, a lord. Hit for 4 with a Merfolk Trickster, and just pass the turn. Would have been better if we could have played copied another lord. This still just dies if it ever gets targeted, so we're kind of stuck there, unfortunately. But Creeping Chill. So he hit me for 3 with the Creeping Chill. This is where surgical extraction would do a whole lot of work. Unfortunately, we do not have any surgical extractions. We do have a lot of sideboard hate against Dredge, though, so I'm not too worried. All right, so he conflagrated our lords. All right, cast Bloodghast. He's gonna get another prized amalgam. All right. Yep, things are looking pretty grim, but we'll see. He's out of cards. He does have Life in the Loam that he can dredge. And some Stinkweed Imps, so I think we might be just done. Does think that Narcomoeba has flying. Trying to see where I put my inhaler. I think I've got it right here. Alright, so our opponent plays a Gemstone Mine. Let's see what they're doing. Oh, they're gonna flashback Faithless Looting. Seems pretty good. They got another Conflagrate. And we're gonna flash Merfolk Trickster in. Targeting the Narcomoeba, so that way we can get it out of the air. And he'll get to kill one of our tricksters, but that's fine. At least we'll get this. We'll get one of the Bloodghast off, or the prized amalgams off the table. Oh, he's waiting on us. I wonder what the card he has in hand Because we can still flash in Phantasmal Image to ambush the prized amalgam. That does stink. We're not out of it yet, but we are definitely not heavily favored, I would say. Can't wait till we can pull out our Graph Digger's Cage and Relic of Progenitus. Well, our opponent has over half of their library in their graveyard. And that's totally fine by me. It does kind of stink when they have Conflagrate and they can just, yeah. Oh, Life from the Loam. Okay. So you dredge back Life from the Loam. Gets a Blood Ghast into play. All right, so he has 7 power on the board. 3 cards in hand. Let's see what he's got here. He may be able to just Conflagrate us to death. 3. Yeah, I don't think we have a main board answer for that. Okay. I mean, this game is basically over. We're just forcing our opponents to play it out. I mean, I mean, we can ambush the Phantasmal Image in to block the prized amalgam, but he already has 2 prized amalgams in his graveyard. I think he has at least 1. 1, 2. Yeah, he has 2. So at the end of this turn, he's getting 2 more 3/3s. So like we would have to be able to kill him like next turn. And he's trying to, I think what he's doing now is, our opponent's doing now is trying to figure out if there's a world where we can crack back for that much. And there really isn't, unfortunately. Yeah, so we're going to pop in Phantasmal Image, copy the prized amalgam, block one of these for now. Yep, and we have to just... Yep. Nope. And yep, that's it. We're definitely done there. All right. All right, so let's bring in our Dredge hate cards right here. Graph Digger's Cage, Relic of Progenitus. I don't know if Spreading Seas does enough. Because, I mean, it does... Well, I do want some number of Spreading Seas. Peak probably does less now because we're just seeing... what's it called? So their hand is constantly changing because they're dredging things, and so it's not quite as a. And we do want miscolor. We just didn't see them there. Let's cut some Fimages. I think that's probably the best. I think this isn't bad. Phantasmal Image is kind of just bad because of the Conflagrates. With the Conflagrate, you know, just being able to target it, so they can just deal 1 damage to the phantasmal image copy and then spread the rest of the damage out across the rest of the board. So it's not quite like we're not stopping them from a whole lot. The other card that I could see bringing in is Deprive. But basically, like, we want to go wide enough that they can't deal with things. And Mirror Retry also lets us just tap down blockers. So I think Mirror Retry is fantastic, and we will go ahead and just... Yep, we want to be on the play. And this is fine. Turn 1 Grafdigger's Cage is excellent. So we will keep. Then we can also just Spreading Seas to turn his dual lands off. Our opponent is trying to see if the... oh, he has mulliganed to 6. He has decided that he wants to mulligan. All right. Let's start with an island and Grafdigger's Cage. Creature cards in graveyards and libraries can't enter the battlefield. Players can't cast spells from graveyards or libraries. Sweet. Shriekhorn. You got it, my man. Our opponent is holding priority for some reason. All right. So we're going to seize that Copperline Gorge and see what we draw into. I wonder what they're waiting on. I wonder what this refreshment is waiting on. Our opponent has, I guess, maybe some stop set from a previous match, and I don't think that it's super important. I don't remember exactly off the top of my head what Dredge would have. Oh, maybe if he wants to Shriekhorn himself. Sure, there's a Bloodghast. Not doing anything. Oh, we drew into another Lord. Sweet. So that Bloodghast cannot enter the battlefield. So that landfall ability is just dead in hand. Like, he can't do anything. All right, milling himself again. There's a Prized Amalgam that can't do anything. Can't cast his Conflagrates out of the yard. Yep, the trigger still happens. Like, the landfall trigger still happens, but it will not... Yeah, shock yourself. Oh, nope. So the landfall trigger still happens, but then the rules check and Grafdigger's Cage trumps the ability of the Landwalker. Oh, sweet. Yeah, let's go ahead and pass because we can Trickster and then drop a Lord or just drop the Master. The Master just having protection from red is super great. All right, there's a Life in the Loam and another Prized Amalgam. Both cards, again, thanks to Grafdigger's Cage, can't do nothing. We do want to keep him off as much of his own colored mana as well, though, just because of things like... not Shrapnel Blast. Creeping Chill doesn't work either, so yay for Grafdigger's Cage. What's the card that I'm thinking of? Smash to Smithereens. That burn plays, but I could see Dredge playing it as well. Let's go ahead and get this Trickster out. Mistcaller. That is some spice. Let's go ahead and... I'm trying to think. I don't remember if let me see. Does Dredge side in Anger of the Gods? MTG. Dredge deck from let's see here. It doesn't look like it, but let's get in for 3 here. Mistcaller is just also great against Dredge because we can just sack it in response. So if they blow up the Grafdigger's Cage, and we can sack the Mistcaller and just nothing will come in. It gets exiled, which is actually better than it not happening. All right. Opponent has to take the 3. And then, assuming that our opponent spins their wheels again, then we can drop the Master for just, let's see here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wave tokens, wave elementals, which will be pretty sweet. And Master Waves has Pro Red, so Narcomoeba's ability will trigger and not resolve. Sweet. All right. Yeah, our opponent's seen enough, and no reason to change anything. We'll just submit it back. All right. Our opponent is deciding if they want to play first, which is fair. They also have only 14 minutes. I mean, that's not like 2 vials. We do have a Silver Gill. And a Master Waves is great. However, we can draw. So we're going to get 2 card draws in the next turn. So let's see how this goes. This may be too slow. Okay. Let's get Aether Vial 1 down and pass the turn. It'll be interesting to see how we draw because we have basically 5 answers. Well, 9 if you count all the Mistcallers. All right, there's a Faithless Looting. Golgari Thug. Golgari Thug dies, put target creature card from your graveyard on top of your library. Interesting. And put a charge counter on Aether Vial. Fun times. We still have to click it to put it on the stack, which is super annoying. I will probably complain about it till it goes away. Hopefully it goes away. That would be nice. Oh, Mistcaller. Let's go ahead and... because we can Vial and Mistcaller. Let's reveal the Lord, because they know the Lord. They know the Lord of Atlantis is here. Let's draw a card, shall we? Another island, never bad. So if our opponent ditches a bunch of cards this next turn... okay, well we're just gonna Vial in the Mistcaller now. And luckily we have a second Vial in our hand. And hopefully they're just burning up their Nature's Claim now. But at least this next turn we can play a third land, drop a vial and a lord, and swing for a bunch. That's also just good. Conflagrate is just so good. At least Flashback is only at sorcery speed. Okay, so we're gonna sack Mistcaller just so that any of this... Yeah, he has a prized amalgam, so if he does do something like Narcomoeba or whatever, then yeah, we're not out in the cold. Alright, so let's get this vial out. And Silvergill. We're going to reveal the Lord again, because he's already seen the Lord. Well, we've got enough lands. If we could just stop getting lands. He does have a Bloodghast in his yard. Okay. So, unfortunately, it looks like he can crack this Bloodstained Mire to get the Bloodghast and a prized amalgam out this turn. Not out of it yet, but still, it's close. We need to stop drawing lands. Is what needs to happen, really. See, discarding Stinkweed Imp, Golgari Thug, Faithless Looting. All right, Bloodstained Mire. To get a tapped Blood Crypt. Prized Amalgam comes out. Alright, Grafdigger's Cage, you were just like half a turn too late. At least he can't do anything more. Like, he can't Conflagrate now, which is great. I mean, he can Conflagrate out of his hand, but he only has 4 mana up, so he could kill one thing. Not great for our opponent. Oh, there's Nature's Claim. Honestly, the life buffer might be enough. That the life buffer that they're giving us. Faithless Looting. We might be able to just, keep attacking. Yep, discarding Narcomoeba. Another prized amalgam. So he's gonna get another prized amalgam this next turn. Come on in. Swing for 5. Like, if we could get... Yes, we would like to do that. If we could get Spreading Seas into another Grafdigger's Cage, that would be sweet. That, or just Relic of Progenitus, so we can just empty everybody's yards now. Just while they can't do anything about it. Why, yes. Oh, another master. That's not terrible. All right, so we got 4 tokens out of this time. I could see our opponent conflagrating to like just, you know, kill off most of these tokens. He gets his blood gas back. Yep, there's the... Oh, he's flashing back Faithless Looting. Okay. He's trying to get as much as he can done now. Life from the Loam. Let's hold off for now. I mean, we can't block this anyway, but like when we can start killing these, that's what I want to wait for. And it won't be long. We're going to leave that at 2. Oh, that's actually really sweet. All right. Island walk, island walk. We might 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 17. So we might just have lethal here anyway. Yeah, we have lethal. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, we just have lethal. Sweet. Yeah, we won. We beat Dredge. All right, cool. We took down Dredge. That is awesome. And, I mean, they Natrix claimed us, and they could not claim the victory. So we are 1-1 now. We lost the match that we maybe should have won, but we beat Dredge, which is so much fun. Oh, I love beating Dredge. We'll see you guys in the next video.